My name is Peter Olusoji. I work for Ericsson. I'm also the country manager for Ericsson Nigeria, and in my extended role, have been supporting the iPRIS project, which started in 2023. This round of project has brought in participant delegates from across Africa. And this morning, today, we are in the Ericsson Emerging Studio here in Chester. And of course, driving thought leadership and talking about how policymakers can shape the next level of digital transformation we want to see in Africa.
How can public and private partnership accelerate digital transformation in Africa?
But before I talk about the question, I think it's good to say there is a gap in infrastructural, there's an infrastructural gap in Africa. So it's very important that we recognize that that gap exists, because that's the starting point. How can we then accelerate and reduce that gap, which is very important. The public and also the private partnership coming together, trying to come together, will help to narrow down this gap in no small way. And I think two things come to my mind. Number one, policymakers will not always have that kind of technology or information for them to be able to close that divide. The private sector at the same time also will have that. Like Ericsson, we have that already, but then we also will not have the right policy to be able to do it. Even if we have the right policy, it has to come from the central or the central government, as the case may be. And that's why it's key that public and private come together to accelerate the digital divide. Clearly, you will agree with me. If there is strong collaboration between the public and the private space, we will be able to accelerate this digital divide in no small time. And that's exactly what we'll be talking, and that's what the iPRIS program is all about. Basically, to say, how can we learn from one another? So we have different regulators across Africa coming together, and at the same time also learning also from experts like Ericsson, PTS, on how we have been able to go through this digital transformation journey. So that's how we can collaborate together. So I think collaboration is key, and that's how we can reduce the infrastructural deficit that we see clearly in Africa.